Welcome back. And in our sports news, American Andy Roddick's miserable season on clay continued on Monday when he was knocked out of the first round of the Rome Masters 6-3, 6-3 by Frenchman Gilles Simon. The 12th seed, who had fallen to qualifier Flavio Coppola in the opening round in Madrid last week, never looked comfortable on the red clay against his unseeded opponent, who cruised to victory after an early break. The former world number one hit just 9 winners compared to Simon's 23, making 27 unforced errors to the Frenchman's 18 on a windy centre court. Roddick will next play in Nice before the French Open, which begins on May the 17th. The cycling world was in a state of shock on Monday after the sudden death of Belgian rider Wouter Wieland following a crash during the third stage of the Giro d'Italia. Wieland's body is currently at a hospital in Lavagna on the outskirts of Genoa, and an autopsy is expected to be carried out. Wieland, 26, fell off his bike coming down from the Passo del Bocco, a stretch of road new race leader David Miller said was a very technical descent. Doctors at the scene cut off his helmet and performed a cardiac massage for 45 minutes at the side of the road, but their efforts were in vain, despite the arrival of a helicopter. He suffered multiple injuries, including damage to his skull. Details of the accident were sketchy, and an investigation has been launched by a local magistrate. The Belgian rider claimed his biggest career win when he won the same stage of last year's Giro, a day also marred by crashes. The Giro, the world's second biggest cycling stage race after the Tour de France, is scheduled to end in Milan on May the 29th. Real Madrid's assistant coach Aitor Karanka praised on Monday his team's work during the 2011 season, with arch-rival Barcelona poised to clinch a third straight La Liga title. When Barca play at mid-table Levante in La Liga on Wednesday, they could already have secured the title if Real Madrid fail to beat neighbours Getafe at the Bernabeu on Tuesday. Cristiano Ronaldo scored 4 of Real's 6 goals against Sevilla on Saturday, taking his league tally for the season to an unrivalled 33, moving 2 ahead of his great rival Lionel Messi.
The goals scored by Ronaldo are the result of his huge quality and his enormous potential, but they are also the result of great teamwork. I think that all over this year we have scored big routs with 6, 7 or 4 goals in a row, so I think that it is a collective way of playing, and Cristiano is the most benefited because of his potential and his quality.
Britain's WBA heavyweight champion David Haye called his opponent a fraud on Monday when he vowed to beat Ukraine's WBO, IBO and IBF champion Vladimir Klitschko when the pair meet on July the 2nd in Hamburg's Soccer Arena. A Haye-Vladimir Klitschko clash has been on the cards for 2 years now, but twice the two sides failed to finalise a deal after disagreeing on how to split revenues. Haye pulled out of a scheduled fight with Vladimir in 2009, citing an injury, although it was more likely a case of the two sides and their promoters failing to reach a deal. A Haye-Vitaly Klitschko match also failed to materialise some months later. Speaking at a joint news conference in Hamburg, Klitschko said he would only believe the fight will take place once he can see his opponent waiting in the ring.
I will knock out Vladimir Klitschko. End of story. Deep down in his heart, he knows it. He's going to try and laugh it off. What have you done? Who have you been? He knows it. Deep down, when he closes his eyes at night, he knows his career is manufactured. Mine isn't.
And now let's shift our focus and take a quick glance at the music and social scene in Dubai. UAE-based Kaleidoscope, a jazz band formed by Ash Banjari and his friends, celebrated their original works of jazz fusion at the 7th Fringe concert series. Music lovers gathered at the Fringe platform, which aims to bring together diverse audiences and musicians with a view to enhancing music appreciation of different periods from jazz, rock and pop to local percussion.
There are a lot of opportunities to perform in Dubai, but there are very few opportunities to really perform original works, your personal taste, and to really program very challengingly. And then the flip side of that is the belief that we need to grow an audience and expose an audience to a far more varied range of music than, again, one is necessarily exposed to commercially.
Joined by guest artist Roni Afif, the UAE's leading jazz drummer, the concert series is committed to seeing more visibility in the form of greater support to the region's musicians from the city's inhabitants.
I'm actually sick of just hearing about this very famous artist appearing. I need to listen to more of this new, talented, local artists, new musicians, young ones with creativity and passion. I think we need it, and we have to show them the support.
And with that, let's take a look at the local and international weather forecast for tomorrow. And before we head out, here are the top stories again. Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi receives Yemen's Prime Minister. UAE companies recognised for winning ideas. Landslide in China kills 5. And Tamwell shares resume trading. Well, that brings us to the end of the bulletin. As always, we'd love to hear your comments. You can contact us at news@city7tv.com or try calling us on 04367 2230. And please do join our Facebook page. From the entire news team, it's goodbye for now.